This morning. Thanks for being on that scene for us.
15 people will appear in court this morning accused of COVID-19 corruption in the South African Police Service. 2 are current police officers and 6 are former members of the force. The others are people connected to suppliers. They're all accused of unlawfully benefiting from 1.9 million rand PPE procurement in 2020. They face charges of fraud, theft and corruption. More arrests are said to be expected. For more on this, let's cross now to Aviwe Mtila. He's standing by at the Palm Ridge Specialized Crimes Court. Aviwe, how did the task team that was put together by the police commissioner and the investigative directory, I beg your pardon, bring the net down on this group of individuals?
I guess just that fact alone, Tapuma, will tell you the gravitas of this case enjoys the National Commissioner of the Police Service as well as the Investigative Directorate. In fact, we do understand it's 15 suspects in a matter that dates back to 2020 around PPE corruption. We do understand 8 of those suspects are involved in the South African Police Service. But just to get the finer details of exactly what happened, I am joined by the spokesperson of the NPA Investigating Directorate, Sindisiwe Siboka. Thank you for joining us at the eNCA. But what are the 15 accused? What have they done?
Essentially, what we found out is that there was some sort of an enterprise working within the South African Police Services involving a service provider who were basically getting various contracts leading up to this particular PPE one. So this we discovered while looking at the other, basically the other investigations that we're doing. We found out that they were basically getting contracts from SAPS. Firstly, we had a markings case that was initially put in the Magistrates Court in Pretoria. It's the same suspects in that particular matter. In this matter, to be precise, we found that there was a contract awarded to a service provider for getting about 1 million latex gloves. In that investigation, we found out that not due process was not followed. Essentially, we also found out that in terms of the triple BEE requirement that was there was a front use. So some of the suspects that are going to appear here are former police officers. Some of them are 2 current serving police officers. Others are one of the suppliers, and the others are civilians linked to the suppliers.
In total, I understand it's 15 suspects that we're expecting at the DOCCA first appearance. Will you be opposing bail?
Definitely. So, like I said, it's linked to another matter that we have been investigating. So we're definitely going to be opposing bail because at the time when we're alleging that this particular offense or these offenses took place, these people were actually out on bail at the time. And you know that according to the bail provisions, you're not allowed to commit another offense while you're out on bail. That's a breach. However, we're not going to basically oppose bail on all, just on the majority, about 2 people, we're not going to be opposing bail on.
Quite a serious case involving the National Police Commissioner as well as the Investigating Directorate. Why the involvement of the ID here?
So the National Police Commissioner's task force that was given to us by the Commissioner as well as the Investigating Directorate were basically looking at the malfeasance or the rot at the police services, state security and. So that team was loaned to us to basically assist us in uprooting the various irregularities that we found in numerous contracts at SAPS, and how better to find a police by getting police officers to help you to getting it. So that's exactly why the National Police Commissioner loaned us this task force to be able to uncover what was happening there.
I know in your statement you mentioned possible arrests. What more can we expect and how soon?
So basically, this is a wide-ranging investigation on SAPS, which we're using the task force that is loaned to us by the National Police Commissioner. But it's not just this. It's not just this particular incident or this investigation that we're looking at. We're looking at other corruption that has taken place over decades within SAPS. You'll know that we've enrolled the Toshan Pandey matter a few years ago. You'll also know that we have the Richard Mdluli matter that's in the High Court progressing quite well. It's also linked to the corruption that took place in the police. You'll also note that we have the Blue Lights matter that is actually sitting before this very court. So what we're saying is that because of state capture and the gravitas that the capture actually took place, law enforcement was captured, and this is what we're doing, going after each and every corrupt individual, more particularly in the police in this matter.
Thank you very much. Law enforcement was captured, says Sindisiwe Siboka from the investigating directorate, basically painting out a picture of the rot that we're now coming to know of from the men and women in blue that are supposed to be really essentially protectors of society.
All right, Aviwe, thank you so much. We will catch up with you again in a few hours. Aviwe Mtila at the Palm Ridge Specialized Crimes Court.